Welcome to A Seat on the Floor, a story of family betrayal, unspoken wounds, and the search for respect. On a chilly Saturday afternoon, Mary and James stood at the threshold of their son Michael's home. A mixture of anticipation and apprehension filled the air as they exchanged glances. Their hearts raced, reminding them of the distance that had grown between them over the years. Michael greeted them with an enthusiasm that felt forced, his smile not quite reaching his eyes. His wife, Linda, hovered nearby, her demeanor cool and distant. The tension in the air was palpable. As they entered the living room, Mary took in the lavish decor, a stark contrast to their modest home. The furniture was sleek, the walls adorned with expensive art. Yet something felt off, something beneath the surface that made Mary's skin prickle. After a few moments of awkward small talk, the conversation took a sharp turn. Linda's laughter cut through the air, sharp and mocking. Then it happened. In a dismissive tone, Linda gestured to the floor. "You can just sit on the cardboard," she said, her laughter echoing, filled with disdain. Mary's heart sank as she processed Linda's words. Shabby, dirty, those words hung in the air like a storm cloud. She glanced at James, who wore a look of disbelief. A wave of revulsion washed over Mary. How could her son, the child she had nurtured and loved, allow such treatment? This wasn't just disrespect. It felt like a betrayal that pierced her heart. Without another word, they stood up. The decision crystallized in an instant. They would leave. As they exited, Mary felt a mixture of sadness and relief. The door closed behind them with a definitive thud, sealing away the mockery and scorn. Back in the comfort of their own home, they found solace in familiar surroundings. The smell of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, wrapping them in warmth. Mary sank into her favorite chair, the plush cushions enveloping her. She felt a flicker of anger simmering just beneath the surface. Suddenly, her phone buzzed, jolting her from her thoughts. It was Michael calling. She hesitated, the conflict swirling inside her. Should she answer? James glanced at the phone, then at Mary. Maybe he's realized, he began, but the words hung in the air, unspoken. The phone kept vibrating. The tension was building. Mary let it ring, each buzz echoing the choice she had made. She didn't want to confront his reality just yet. She needed time. Everyday life continues. Days passed, and life resumed its normal rhythm. Yet, an undercurrent of tension remained, a reminder of the encounter that had shaken their family foundation. One evening, Mary heard a knock at the door. Her heart raced. Could it be Michael? She exchanged a worried glance with James. To her relief, it was Daniel, their younger son, bursting in with youthful energy. His presence filled the room with warmth and laughter, a balm for their troubled hearts. As he talked about his day, Mary felt a glimmer of hope. Daniel was kind-hearted, grounded in values that seemed lost on his brother. She cherished this bond, grateful for the connection they shared. Just as they settled into an evening of joy, the phone buzzed once more. This time, it was a message from Michael, with a mix of apprehension and curiosity. Mary opened the message. It read, "I messed up. Can we talk?" The words stirred a whirlwind of emotions within her. Was this an olive branch, or simply another ploy? Mary glanced at James, who raised an eyebrow in concern. They both understood the weight of this moment. The past few weeks had been a time of healing, but could they truly let Michael back in? After a long pause, Mary replied, "We need time. Let's talk later." As the evening wore on, the warmth of family surrounded them. Daniel's laughter filled the room, a reminder of the love that still thrived within their home. Yet, as the days turned into weeks, Mary felt the pull of unresolved issues, the weight of Michael's actions lingering in her heart. Meanwhile, Michael sat alone in his lavish living room, staring at the phone. Linda had left for the day, and the silence wrapped around him like a suffocating blanket. He replayed the events of that day over and over, each memory sharp with regret. The laughter had faded, replaced by the haunting reality of what he had done. Finally, he picked up the phone, typing out another message. "I'm sorry. I want to make things right." Mary received the message and paused, uncertainty washing over her. She exchanged a glance with James, who nodded, urging her to respond. With a mixture of hope and caution, she typed back, "Let's meet." As the night wore on, Mary's heart raced with anticipation. This could be a turning point, a chance to rebuild what had been shattered. A few days later, Mary and James sat in a bustling coffee shop, waiting for Michael. The aroma of fresh coffee wafted through the air, mingling with their nervous energy.